Hi, I'm Ryan Dice. In the next 13 minutes, I'm going to tell you a story about a secret diary. So why should you care or spend your time listening to my story? Because you're about to get over $1 million worth of my private split test data and results that work in any niche without spending anywhere near $1 million. Split test results are facts that give you the advantage because they prove what works and what doesn't. See, the truth is, test data is the difference between the chumps and the big boys and girls in the marketing game. The chumps don't have the data, and the big boys and the big girls do. Now, can you imagine never having to guess again when launching a new website or a product? Think about it. What would it be like to always have the proven right answer for things like website design, video marketing, your order process, email promotions, how should you write your subject lines, lead generation, squeeze pages, ad design, virtually every aspect of your marketing? How good would you feel to never make another stupid marketing mistake ever? Imagine the confidence you'll feel when you have proof that you're making the right decision the first time. Proof. Now there's a word you don't hear very often, especially when it comes to marketing advice. But I've got it. Okay, back to the story. Like I said, this is a story about a diary, a very secret testing diary that until recently had only been seen by 2 people on Earth. Here's what happened. You may have heard sometime back that one of the most successful online marketers in the world and a very good friend of mine got wiped out. This guy made millions online in over 15 businesses over a period of 10 years. And one day it was all gone, all of it. I won't tell you his whole story because that's his business. But admittedly, he made some seriously stupid mistakes and crossed some lines that got him in big trouble with the government. Bottom line, he lost everything. Everything except his testing diary. And oddly enough, that was his most valuable possession by far because inside it were the results of over 321 marketing experiments that took him 8 years to compile and personally cost him over $1 million to perform. These were the very same tricks, tweaks, and processes that had made this man a multimillionaire. But now he was broke. This is where I come in. The man, who I will leave nameless by his request, came to me and offered to sell me his diary for $50,000. At first, his price sounded outrageous. But remember, this was over 8 years of painstaking data, over 321 experiments, some costing him as much as $10,000 or more to perform. Then he shared that out of the 321 tests, only 43 of those tests had consistently increased conversions across multiple platforms, multiple markets, multiple different websites. Some by as much as 255%. That's over twice. Think about doubling your sales from just one little test. Well, that's all I needed to hear. I had to have this diary. Think about it. If just one of these tests can increase your sales by 255%, what would happen if you implemented the other 42? Bear in mind this was a diary of data used to sell over $30 million worth of products online. Wouldn't you agree that it was a gold mine? Long story short, I bought the man's diary and the rights to republish it as a way to make back some of my investment immediately. To date, it was the best investment I've ever made in my business. I have easily made back my $50,000 investment 100 times over. Last year, I released the top 43 split tests in a training called 43 Split Tests. Okay, not a very original name, but it made sense. Since then, 43 has sold thousands of copies and made its owners millions of dollars in additional sales. But there's more to the story. The day I bought the diary, I made myself a promise to start keeping a split test diary of my own marketing tests. It's been a ton of work, but it's worth it. I've made some tweaks to the old tests, the old original 43, to make them better. I also added 11 new proven tests, and I also removed a few of the old tests that frankly just don't work as well anymore. Some of the tests come from my own information marketing businesses. Some of them came from little niche sites. Some of them came from my chemical sites, physical products, imports, equipment sites, and more. Some came from experiments that we did on my 50 different private client sites, so some of the clients that I have. And some of these tests came from you. That's right, I offered a $500 reward to people on my list for new winning split test ideas, and 3 of those made the cut and made it into the new version. Now, after over 12 months of extensive research, I'm finally ready to release a new, fully updated version of 43 split tests. So let me tell you what's in it. I call the newest version 43 Split Tests 2.0. Again, not a very creative name, and in fact, there's a lot more than 43 split tests in this new version, but I decided to go with the name that people would be familiar with. But this is a completely new, updated version, hence the 2.0. I've broken up the new 43 Split Test 2.0 for you into 5 categories. We talk about split tests in print sales pages, so the traditional long-form sales pages, video sales pages. This was something that wasn't even included in the original 43 split test because we weren't doing video sales pages then. Now we know it works and we tell it to you there. Squeeze pages, order forms, something almost nobody talks about. Email marketing, again, another topic that wasn't in the original 43 split test, and banner ads, another thing that was completely left out of the original. All those are included for you, all the split tests, what works best in all these different categories. Now, obviously I can't give away the farm, but I want to give you some examples of a few of the golden nuggets you're going to discover inside my diary. Just below this video, I have prepared a partial index of 43 Split Test 2.0. Literally, there were too many to mention in this video without it taking forever. So go ahead, scan over the list while you're listening to this video. It's okay. Go ahead and scroll down, but don't pause this video. If you stop the video, you'll have to start all over again from the top. Go ahead, scroll down a little bit, and scan the list. Now, I'm about to make you one of the craziest offers I've ever made. Here's why. I would assume by now that if you're still listening, you're either one, pretty darn smart, and two, you would like to get your hands on my split test diary. Am I right? Okay, so let me cut to the chase. There is one ugly little truth. I can only release one new update of 43 split tests about every 2 years. Why? Because it takes that long to prove the tests over a wide variety of markets. I'm not just going to go and do one split test on one site, get a winner, and then tell you, hey, it works across everything. We're going to test it over a variety of markets. And what? Because I want to give you proven facts, stuff that I actually know works, the things that we're doing in our own businesses. And since I'm limiting the number of people who have access to each version of 43 split tests, after all, if everyone has access to the same data, no one will truly have an advantage. There's a chance that if you don't get your copy now, you could have to wait 2 years for the next version to come out. So here's the deal. This information is proven, and marketers just like you have already used the old version to make a lot more money than they were making before. So I ask you, what's it worth to have copy and paste templates and data that you can begin using today? What's it worth to not have to spend tens of thousands of dollars like I did to figure this stuff out and instead get it right the first time? Now, I know from experience that I could sell this information for as much as $1,000, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sell it for $750, not $500, not even $300. You get the complete 43 Split Test 2.0. All new, brand updated, everything, all the test results, everything, plus a full video explanation of how each of the split tests work and all the scripts, template, source code, everything you need to fully implement everything. You get all of it for just one payment of $197. But wait, there's more. When you order in the next 5 minutes, I'll also send you my wholesale traffic system. Now, this was a $1,997 value. You're going to get it 100% free as my gift to you just for trying out 43 split tests. Now, this training, which again, we've sold it for well over $1,000. It was typically sold for $2,000. It's another training that I did with the same guy that helped me create the original 43 split tests. This same individual had bought over $10 million in Google AdWords traffic, and on this training, he explains every trick he used to cut his AdWords bills by at least 50% while increasing the number of visitors he got to his websites. This training is sold on webinars and from the stage for $1,997 or more, but today, it's yours free when you try 43 split tests. To order now, have your credit card ready and hit the big orange button below. You can scroll down there, see it down below, go ahead and hit that orange add to cart button, and we'll get you instant access to 43 split tests. Now, you'll be taken from our secure order form, and in just 3 minutes, you'll have full access online to all the split tests I talked about down below and more. Plus, you'll get wholesale traffic system, a $1,997 training for free. Now, please don't wait. I will only sell enough copies of 43 Split Test 2.0 per release to pay my cost to run the next round of experiments. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm releasing this. Sure, I want to help people, but I'll be honest. I want to recoup some of the investments that I'm making in the failed tests. And like anything else, if everyone has the information, there's no advantage for those of us who are in the know. So I am limiting the number of people who are getting this. So click the big orange button below right now to avoid being shut out. Remember, this is the same information I paid $50,000 for, just new and improved, and so $197 is a measly sum to pay for such valued information. Just think, if only 1 or 2 of my split tests work for you, you will easily make 100 times your investment just like I have. I personally can't imagine how any smart person in this business wouldn't want 43 Split Test 2.0 in their toolbox. So I'm going to give you one last chance, okay? To order now, have your credit card ready, and hit the big orange button below right now. I look forward to seeing you on the inside. I look forward to giving you access to my diary. I look forward to you telling me some of the split tests that are working for you so we can expand it even more. Most of all, I look forward to hearing your success.